Texas, and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. Smith going to go to the air, first play. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Gino on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so.
Touchdown! Jake Ferguson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the
touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From his goal line here, Smith. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
They snap it to Smith. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right?
Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. They'll try for the first with Walker, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Smith. Out to his left. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 40 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Thomas on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 1st down, Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. He's into space past the 25. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rico Dowdle taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. 3rd and 9 here. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Prescott off play action. Able to hit his target, Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And some space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, certainly they haven't had the ideal first half, but there's some momentum for them to take into halftime.
Yeah, and it might not be that wild momentum, that you see sometimes where they score late and teams go sprinting off and the whole deal. No, it might not be that, but it does give them a better feeling about themselves and what they can accomplish in the second half.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. Here's Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. Now he's free at the 35. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they'll run on third down with Charbonnet. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go on fourth. Smith. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Derek Hall able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing, Prescott, dancing to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Prescott buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Steps away. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Broken tackle. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to Walker on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. Inside the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Zach Charbonnet. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now Prescott being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 72 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were faced. There he goes, left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
3 down. Switch. Slow ball. Panther 60.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Walker. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They run again with Walker, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Throwing here, Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Second and 10. On play action, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.